What's up guys, it's me here back again, and as I said, I am doing a review on the Olympic opening ceremony that happened just now down at Stratford. What a tremendous ceremony. May I just begin with the way they opened it, especially with the way they transformed from each generation, from each decade at the start of it, where they went from the coal mining where they started off from the actual farming industry, where how a lot of British families back in those days actually earned their money was through farming. That's what Great Britain is, very renowned for farming. Then it went from farming to the coal mining industry, to the coal industry, and then it went to the army, and then it went to the technology side of it. Our technology is growing within the UK. Then it also featured the man who created the World Wide Web. It also featured loads of music and artists, live performances that also featured the Arctic Monkeys, Dizzy Rascal. There was also songs from Tiny Temper and various other bands and groups from previous decades that done a lot for the music industry and that were very renowned British artists in their own right. And it was really good as well. We saw Paul McCartney closing off tonight, and also we saw the 204 countries, of course, come out in their right respects. It was quite a long and enduring ceremony, but what actually shone out for me the most was the actual opening of it, the way they actually passed through the generations and the decades of time and time travel, and also when they done the Olympic rings. I thought that was quite phenomenal when during the coal mining part they had the Olympic rings join up, and then there was like some type of pyrotechnics coming down, and then they flashed, and it was the Olympic rings. And that was actually really good. Also, we saw Mr. Bean, Rowan Atkinson, come in, and there was a nice scene with him when he was playing one of the songs that featured in tonight's ceremony. Also, there was actually another segment that I liked, which featured a James Bond and the Queen segment, which I thought was quite funny, especially the way the actual helicopter flew over. Then you see a pretend dressed up Queen fly out of his plane. It was actually really, really funny to see, and I'm sure a lot of you can actually relate to James Bond. Even though you ain't from the UK, you can actually relate to James Bond. I'm sure the US, Australia, people from these countries have seen James Bond, as it is a worldwide box office hit, and there's no reason why it shouldn't be a box office hit. It's a tremendous film industry, and it's something that everyone could relate to in these opening games, which I really enjoyed. Not only did the English people, the Great British people like myself, probably get into it, you yourselves at home, whatever country you're from, whatever country is watching this video, you probably got into it yourselves. And that is actually what shone out for me, like I said, was the time travelling and the way we see the actual play that actually the guy that made Slumdog Millionaire actually set up was actually really good. It was more like the actual Slumdog Millionaire type storyline, where you had these two people that loved each other and then they met each other. That's what the actual opening ceremony was about. We see these two characters that they portrayed in the opening ceremony that love each other, and in the end they get together. You see like all these Facebook statuses like, oh, in a relationship, single. Then the mood changes as well. And also there was another segment where we see Great Ormond Street Hospital being shown with their logo, and all of the children's, as well as literature. We saw stuff like from Mary Poppins. We saw the child catcher from Chitty Chitty Bam Bam, which I'm sure loads of people have heard about. I'm not too sure. It's very big in the UK, Chitty Chitty Bam Bam, all of them oldish type of films. Don't know how it reflects upon in the US and stuff like that, but in Great Britain it's actually a very, very big film, as well as Mary Poppins. I'm sure a lot of you are famous for the gimmicks that Mary Poppins uses, and everyone thinks that people from Britain have this classical view on them, like this old-fashioned type stereotype where everyone speaks like Mary Poppins and will minesweepers or something, or chimney sweepers, should I say, which is not the case. But yeah, that's pretty much what covered it. I love the Great Ormond Street segment, as well as the NHS segment, that featuring all of the kids and that, as well as the actual torch bit as well, when you saw David Beckham come in with this woman on the actual on a speedboat with the Olympic flame, with the Olympic torch, and set the cauldron, like with literally passing down the torch to the younger generation, to the next generation of athletes. They are the type of, those were the people that were holding the torch at the last bit and set the cauldron alight. And that was really it for me. And also Chris Hoy, who actually carried the Great British flag tonight, he was in tears. You could tell, like, tears of happiness. You saw like his eyes were welling up. And a 3-time gold medalist last year, 4 years ago in Beijing, in his own right, and well deserved for him to carry the flag. Very good night for Great Britain, as I'm a citizen of the actual country. Or should I say the country of England, but the nation of Great Britain. And I must admit, it was a tremendous event and a spectacle, and a very well reflected on Great Britain. They done us proud, they done the nation proud, and I've got to tell you that one. And also, just saying that from where I live, you could actually see the fireworks that lit off at the final segment, where they had that big fireworks extravaganza. You could see the lighting, flash, red flashes, silver flashes. I'm telling you, that was really a tremendous eyesight view as well. And also the atmosphere within the stadium was just seemed very electric, which I loved to have heard on the BBC. And yeah, that was about it for me. That was clearly it. Hopefully another tremendous 16 days ahead of us. Looking forward to Tom Daley doing his diving, now 18 of course. Got to watch out for him. Chris Hoy as well, and we'll be keeping my eye out on the boxing as one of my top events that I actually like. I just want to say, the reason why I cannot show the recap footage, I can't explain it, is because of copyright claims and issues. If there is someone that has actually uploaded the actual recap video or done their own recap video, will be posting a link in the description below, or possibly an annotation on the top of this video, and I will give you a link to it so you can actually watch a full recap. But seeing as I'm a YouTube partner, I cannot be risking this type of stuff and providing you a recap video just in case it gets copyright claims. I'm not having that on my channel, definitely not. And it's just against YouTube's violations, so like copyright violations, which cannot go over, seeing as I'm a partner on YouTube. But as I said, if I see a video like that, I will post an annotation and a link to it, so do not start ranting and raving in the comments. I'm providing you with various other links to go and watch the actual full recap video. But other than that, can't wait for these next 16 days. We'll be doing reviews on most of the events. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter at Mr. DJ Zedge. Like me on Facebook, DJ Zedge. Add me on Skype, ZedgeMMA. And this is me, Mr. DJ Zedge, hoping you have a nice 16 days watching the Olympics in London. Come on, Team GB. Let's have it. See you later, guys. Bye.